And two and two.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yo,
Habari Live, episode 22. We in the house for another episode. And as always, we are all the way live. This week, we always keep you updated with the news and give you a new perspective and keep you informed to make balanced decisions in your life, politics, and what's going on in the life. This week, we have a special guest, my homeboy here. He's a great artist. He does a lot of African tribute music, and he has a dope album here. We want to call it Dope, uh, based on African true stories, right?
yeah.
And we got Moabi Kotu, right? I fucked all that up. My dude is in here, man. And take another look at that disc if y'all can get a good look at it, man. My dude is doing this thing. And what kind of music, man, would you say that you do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. First of all, thanks for having me in
No, it's
Habari.
nothing, man.
Gani.
That's real.
How's it? Yeah, I'm just blessed to be here today. So yeah, that album based on African true stories, it's a
Mhm.
very I believe it's one of my best works so far in
Yeah,
my adult life as a musician.
for sure.
Because I did that album independently. Not only that, but I did that album with people across the globe,
Wow.
working virtually.
Mhm.
We just um, come together on a beat
Right,
or on a concept, or maybe I'll just create skeletal concept
right.
and just send it out to producers back home in South Africa, Atlanta, Europe, wherever,
Yeah.
and it came together. So there's a sound, there's Afro beats in there,
Wow.
there's traditional South African music,
Right.
more neo soul stuff, hip hop. It's very diverse and broad, but very simple
Mhm.
to the ear, but very complex and musical at the same
Man,
time.
it's amazing, bro. I
you
love
know,
what you're doing, man, and I like that you have the mix of bringing in the American music, bringing in your traditional South African music, where you were from, right?
yeah, yeah,
And just doing the blending and making sure that you're bringing in people from all across the world. And also, it's dope to for people to hear this kind of music in America. You know what I mean?
no
That's why I
doubt,
like
no
that you
doubt.
come in here and you're setting the bass up. You know what I mean? And you letting these people know that you're here and you're doing some a lot of stuff for the local MCs and putting lyrics together and hooks together for other MCs and stuff around here, right?
Yeah, 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 most definitely. And actually, on my upcoming record, I'm featuring some of the most amazing musicians,
Hmm.
vocalists, and rappers. Like I have a PK the Poet,
Okay.
who's on my upcoming record. Lee Water, amazing vocalist as
Hmm.
well, on a style called Piano, which is like South African sound right now,
Wow.
developed like right in my hometown in Soweto. Heavy bass lines, very melodic,
Yeah.
piano orientated, uh, pumping, rhythms,
Yeah.
and just collaborating. I'm just introducing everybody to
Yeah.
the sound and just saying, "Hey, we're here, man."
Man, that is so. I mean, it's dope because people need to learn about the
Sure,
different
sure.
styles of music, and maybe we can get something different going on. 'Cause I'm sick and tired, bro. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of the auto tune. I'm sick, man. We need something different. We've been doing this shit for like 20 years, the same music. Everybody think they doing something new. I'm an auto tune. Like, bro,
Oh
let's
man,
get some new style, some new beats. Let's get something new in here. Let's learn some
something
new.
different,
Yeah, let's learn what the other people are doing and try to.
right?
One thing was dope about Timberland is he went and he took the music from India.
Hmm.
And he took that India music, and that's why his beats were so different
Yeah, the
because he,
toddler, that
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
thing, thing.
definitely. And he took
Yeah.
that and he incorporated that with hip hop and made it such a dope, different sound we hadn't did. And I think people aren't doing that anymore.
No,
You
man,
know?
make no mistake, man, and I'm not saying this out of pride or, any malice, but South Africa, where I come from, bro, it's like a fast, all right, to music, then house music, there's Afro soul, Afro jazz, there's even within like just up tempo dance music,
Right, right,
there's sub genres and subcultures, within. So it's a matter of just people being open minded,
right.
because one thing when I came to the United States, It's like, wow, I don't hear much of our music over here, but
Right.
back home, like come with American music. I fell in love with hip hop when I was like a kid. Like,
Right.
look at these black people, and can I say the F word?
Yes, you can.
like when there was like because we were still fighting apartheid over there, we
Right.
were still
Right.
under oppression. Like you see these black people saying "fuck the police" and
Right.
all that.
Right.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
we want to stay there. We want to
Right.
be there.
Right. That's real, man.
And like we had access to American content,
Right.
so much, and it inspired us. Like literally, even when you listen to me sing,
Hmm.
you hear like, oh, this guy, he's got an R&B touch on him. He's got a soul,
Right.
neo soul type. Because I was exposed to
Right.
neo soul music, to music soul child, to rhyme like I
Hmm.
was exposed to voice, and I was
Wow.
exposed to jazz. Like my dad
Yeah.
was a jazz head. Like he played
Wow.
a lot of jazz, John
And
Nelson
those
stuff.
are the real musicians.
Like
Those
yo,
guys are
yeah.
amazing.
So exposure. I feel like as much as this concept of America Fest,
Hmm.
but it shuts people's brains and limits them to just uh, this no existence between what they are exposed to,
Yep.
and for the fact that they don't know some of the stuff that's there doesn't
Hmm.
mean it doesn't exist.
That's real.
There's more. There's more to life. There's more music. There's more
Way more, man.
sounds out there beyond what America has to offer.
That's real, man.
You know?
And I think that we're so caught up in the street beefs and the hip hop and being tougher than you and we're not being into the music. That's I watched a documentary on Miles Davis and listening to Miles and listening to those guys how much they love music and how they would come together and just these guys would just play on stage and just make a song right there on spot. Where is this now? What are we doing? How are we experimenting with music, taking it to another level? We're just plateauing right now. We came to a spot and now we're like plateaued and we're not getting any better. And we're not trying anything new. And it's getting old. It's getting stale. And I love the way those guys came on. They would always one dude would just play this. Hey man, this I felt this, I heard this, felt these notes. Let's play this. And the other guy would listen to him and just vibe with him and say, "Oh, okay, I feel where you're going with that," and just and just start making
Improvisation, man. Like
definitely, man. And
literally on Wednesday, I played a gig at the Crescent Ballroom downtown,
yeah,
and I only had rehearsal with the piano player, um, but I had a percussion player and a guitar player.
right,
So literally, the four of us were in the same room on
mhm,
the same stage for the first time
right,
on that performance.
right,
No rehearsal, nothing, but
hmm,
because music is very spiritual,
definitely,
it's a language that transcends cultures, transcends, what you know,
hmm,
and you just have to be open minded. And we
that's real,
played that gig, people like are saying like, "Yo, you guys are so tight." It's like
hmm,
you're playing together for so long, but yo, just stand on the stage.
right,
But it's because of just the heart, the soul, and just be open to receive.
real, man. I love what you're doing, bro. I want to play. Is this over the horizon? That's you?
Over, over the horizon.
No. Let me see.
Uh,
Ain't your Spotify?
um, yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe it
Um,
was just playing a different song.
yeah. I don't know that song. Maybe I need to make a song called
Let me
Over the
see.
Horizon. Yeah, you can play Godfather.
Okay, play a little bit. I thought I had it right. It's probably just this shit, just whatever it wanted to. Yeah, that's what it did. Turn around, Black Beauty. That's the only song. Is that the album? Or is this single?
Some of it is singles. Yeah, my Spotify is kind of organized. I don't know
Hmm.
some tracks are here, some tracks are there, but yeah, it's me, Black Beauty. That's my song. Um, Turn around. That's my song. Um, yeah, Godfather. So
Get you coming in a moment. Gotta play that ad first. Want to be all crazy. Yeah, yeah. Mm, I'm not connected, right? Mm, not connected. Oh, that's what live do to you, boy. Well, I wanted to play one of your songs, but it's messing with me right now. So anyway, what brought you here, man?
Yeah. What do you mean brought me to the states or
I know
to
you
just the
moved around
general?
several different places in the US, but you say you originally from South Africa. What brought you to the States originally?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Music. I'd say music
Yeah,
brought me to the states.
yeah. So
Because
you came here after high school or after
no,
college?
no, I was actually I had a budding career in South Africa already in terms of music.
Mhm.
I was doing like major gigs. Like I did the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup,
Okay.
collaborating with R. Kelly. I know he's got stuff going on,
Yeah.
but we did that theme opening song called "Sign of a Victory,"
Uh-huh.
and I was doing those type of like on the
And the World
same
Cup,
levels.
that's a big deal,
Yeah,
especially out
Yeah.
there, man.
yeah, yes. Same level, same stage as Shakira, same stage as Femi Kuti, same stage as like some of the biggest. You
Yeah.
know, I was already doing TV, production as far as I've a couple of scenes
Yeah.
where I'll be called in to sing. I was doing like backing stuff. We had an album with my band. We were talking to Yamaha at
Wow.
the time. Like I had like a lot going on, but where I come from in Johannesburg, like the Hollywood of Africa, literally.
Right.
So, and I'm from there, and
Right.
everybody just coming.
Right.
Like I thought to myself, like, yo, why don't I take this is the highest level from people, but I'm from here.
Right.
Why don't I just take a leap of faith, go elsewhere,
Wow.
And the United States was a place I wanted to go to UK or the United States.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't care. Like as long
You
as
just gotta just get out of there.
yeah, I just don't want to be in this oversaturated
Yeah.
place because there's so many of us
Doing the same
doing
thing.
the same thing, and not necessarily the same thing, but we want the same high level.
Right.
Everything is happening
No, I understand.
at a very high level,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to take it to the next level for
Right.
myself. And I wanted to go to Europe. I wanted to go to UK. And, the United States.
Uh-huh.
The opportunity came up in the United States, and like
Man,
boom, and that was like 2014, and I've been here. And
man, you'll go get 'em, man. I mean, that's a go get 'em when you
yeah,
some people won't even leave their fucking city, dog. When you get up and you leave your whole country and say, "I'm out.
nah, dog.
I'm
Like,
going to
yeah,
get it."
yeah. No, I couldn't. Soweto, I love Soweto. I always talk about Soweto. I always pledge to Soweto. I always lift up Soweto because that's the place that made me who I am. I
Right.
went through a lot, and I'll always like I'm a symbol of triumph to the next generations to say
Yeah.
you can be from Soweto, one of the biggest ghettos in the world,
Right.
but you can make something of yourself. You know,
Man.
so I kind of like it was hard for me to leave because
Mhm.
I know everybody knows me there.
Right.
I know a lot of people there. I have resources. I pull the trigger anytime,
Right.
anything that I want to do.
Man.
But I had to like take a leap of faith and say, there's more beyond this. And me functioning from this level, I can make power moves even back home
Mhm.
while I'm here.
Yeah.
You know. So
Internet.
yeah, the
Internet
internet,
age.
the dollar exchange,
Yeah, yeah.
my boys can hit me up, hey, big brother, we have such and such a project, it's 500 grand, and I exchange that, oh, just $30, yeah, you know. So I'm
Right.
able to make power moves,
Yeah, man.
very easily.
Way more
Yeah,
easily.
when I'm here,
Mhm.
even though I move home because there's
I know
no
you do.
no place
That's
like home.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. When you're especially in a whole new place, man, and
right, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You learning everything on the fly, and you'll go get it, man. I give it to you, bro. And this the second state you've been in, right?
yeah. My first state was Louisiana. That's
Okay.
actually where I, I came to the port, Louisiana,
Mhm.
and yeah, and when I came in, it was like the first city to New Orleans. I landed there, it's like, yo, jazz, guys, I've never seen such a long
That is a
strip
beautiful music
of
city,
like
man.
of music,
Hmm.
and I said, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it,
man. It's the
but
place.
only to find out that no, I was just passing by, you know.
Right.
I ended up like staying like for 2 years, no music,
Mm.
no new record, nothing,
Wow.
just trying to find my feet, going
Yeah,
through
just getting your footing.
challenges, and literally, dude, I didn't know how American money works, like
Right.
quarters, 25 cents, all of
Dang.
that.
Shit
So
you never even think of.
yeah,
Right.
so I
Right.
had to learn all that. Then I had 4 cars when I left home in
Right.
South Africa. Here, I don't even have a bank account.
Right.
And I got even work because my papers like were I was still waiting for them in the mail, even
Right.
though they let me in. I could have the documentation to show that
Right.
hey,
So you couldn't get your
I'm
bank
legit.
account, you couldn't get your
Nothing. And
IDs
like
and shit.
yeah, and I was sitting there like I just leave this big city life of Joburg, Soweto, and I was like in a place it was like a village because rural,
Mhm.
just sugarcane fields
Wow.
everywhere. And look, like what did I just do? And I prayed, slowly but surely, I got the hang of things, and 2 years later,
Mhm.
I came 2014, March 21st, 2014, and the first ever show I did in the United States was 2016 around June,
Okay.
you know. So I had to learn, go through some things for a solid two
Mhm.
years, no music. You
That's
get to a
crazy.
place, nobody knows who you are.
Right.
I had my laptop with me, but because of the voltage
Yeah.
ratios, I
You didn't
plugged it in
you
the
didn't have the
United
right
States,
you didn't have the right plug.
it died.
Yeah.
My cell phone that I had died.
Yeah,
So
man.
my data's
So
gone.
no one told you anything. Hey, you need to get different plugs when you come to the
Right.
I
US.
did. I changed the conversions and
Okay.
everything, but power, I guess, that we use in South Africa and in the States, not, you know, good. Like, I had my computer that had my data, my music, everything,
Zapped out.
my phone that had contacts and everything. Like, dude, I lost everything. It's like it was just on myself. God,
Man.
did I really make the right
Right.
decision? And 2 years later, I did my show, and then boom, as soon as I did tech, I
Wow.
did it in. I asked the guy, "Hey, I'm Moabi. I'm from South Africa.
Mhm.
I met a couple of musicians locally and give them my music." Yeah, okay. And this art gallery guy,
Mhm.
Brian Benoit, good friend of mine and a brother, said, "Dude, yeah, I'll open up my gallery to the artist. He draws very portrait."
Right.
And he said, "Yeah, come through." And on the day, man, it was packed.
Wow.
His place was packed. Nobody knows who I am.
Right.
Nobody has ever. They've seen like just little short snippets. And they just had, oh, he's a South African artist,
Right.
and like from then on, like stuff just started taking off.
Man,
I started doing like like literally every
that's
how
dope.
I was doing playing dance venue, solo festival, festival the week, and a
Mhm.
big festival. And like venues, like I was able to play at some of the major venues that I developed this theater production, like African drum, dancers, myself, vocals. It's there. It's all there on YouTube
Man.
and everything. And I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
me, go through some stuff,
Yeah,
to learn
man.
some stuff, to go back and
But it means more once you go through a little something, you know what I'm saying? And you
yeah,
finally
definitely.
punch through. Yeah. It means more.
It feels more and like literally, dude, I didn't even have a driver's license. Like,
Wow.
dude, I came here, I had 4 cars back home. Why are you making me start all over? Get a driver's license. I
Right.
can drive.
Hey, you
But
can't drive here.
I had to humble myself.
Right.
The first gig, full time job that I got, I had at least ask for just a little bit higher than the minimum wage,
Mhm.
but because they didn't know, like in Africa, you say you can do the stuff,
Right.
because people have a perception about Africa sometimes. They think that we just villagers still,
Yeah.
and there's high level of intelligence
Man.
over there.
Some of those cats over here know more about coding and shit than we do.
Yeah, like
and and
literally.
and and then they have camps of these kids coming out that already know code at 10, 11, 12
Yeah,
years old,
no, no,
man.
no. Make no mistake. Like Africa, like dude, my buddies, the guys
Mhm.
that I left in South Africa,
Yeah,
like yo, programming,
yeah,
technology, like they're
dude.
just
I'm not sleep.
high,
I know what the
high,
fuck's
high
going
level.
on.
And like when I came one day, this guy asked, "Do I know what an escalator?"
Uh,
Like the thing that you,
yeah, I know.
yeah,
Yeah. Like,
like
what the fuck? Nah, Brian never. Man, you should have threw a spear at his motherfucking ass.
but but that's
That's
what
the type of shit you have to do to
it
stupid
had,
ass
but
people.
it humbled me
Stupid,
to
man.
say like, we think so highly of people and also America,
Nah, man, we're
and
ignorant.
then like you
We're all
find out like,
ignorant,
oh my
man.
God, like this guy ever, like really asked me to get TV,
Yeah,
you know,
ignorant.
like,
But it's a
you know,
lot of people who don't know how technology advanced that Africa is in a lot of areas. They really don't know. They really think it's just camps everywhere in little villages. They don't know it's big cities, man. It's
oh man,
it's big cities just like America. I don't
yeah,
understand why they don't know this because they don't pay attention. They think they love the motherland, but really they don't pay attention to none of this shit. And
yeah,
I
man,
I take time to try to learn about these things and see these things. And I'm seeing African towns, it's like
exactly,
cities, neighborhoods. It's
yeah,
it's no, it's not any difference. There are some areas that's third world countries and
yeah,
that very bad,
crappy.
definitely. But there are places that's moving in the right direction and doing a lot of good things.
Yeah, and honestly, like I'm not just promoting urbanization, like say that oh it's good because it's urbanized, it's a
Right,
city,
right, right,
like
right, right.
like there's village village people who live their way. Like
Hmm.
literally, I grew up in a village too, and we didn't have lack nothing when I was a little kid. I moved to Soweto. We didn't lack anything. I was poor. I didn't
Right,
know that word poverty.
right.
Like we had everything. She had chickens, she had
Everything that you
pigs,
needed, right,
she had eggs
right.
every morning. I was going to daycare. It
Hmm.
was like a church on Sunday. Then during the week,
Right.
that church used to be like daycare center.
Hmm.
You know, on weekends it used to be a concert hall. So like,
Right.
you
But
know,
you only know what you see, so it's like your environment. You had everything you needed. You were happy.
yeah,
You
like
weren't. You didn't feel poor.
we're not poor, but I just put out a post recently to say, what, people just need to get to know us.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't mean that every African immigrant that you meet today in America is
Hmm.
because refugees are running from war
Nah, man.
or or like some of us like really come from like solid family
Hmm.
backgrounds. You know, already I had a career.
Most of
You
you
know,
that I've met have.
like already I was working in IT.
Right.
Already I had a thriving
Hmm.
career. My family structure like solid.
Right.
Both parents at the time. It was like you're just not out here running away from war
Yeah,
or poverty or whatever. Just get to people need to get to know we
that's
have
real.
more to offer.
Yeah, man. And we all should be coming together, man. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter where people are from. Know that we are all from here, all of us
Yeah,
from Africa.
definitely. Yeah,
So we in the U.S. now, but we are all from there. I don't care how many generations you've been there. It shouldn't be a separation of what we're trying to do as a people. Because all we're trying to do is bring our people forward, regardless of what country we're from.
like
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's what it should be all about. And that's why I don't give a fuck where you from. You look like me, I'm trying to help you.
thanks,
And that's
man.
what the fucking matters.
That,
I
that,
don't care. I
that's,
don't care about you.
that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
man. That's all that matters. And that's the main with Habari Entertainment. I want to make sure that we bringing both places together. And that's what it's about.
Yeah,
Bringing the
man.
homeland to the US and include everybody. We all one. Separation of it.
Yeah, I was intrigued to say like because Habari is like a really word. I'm like, oh,
Definitely.
Habari, and
Definitely.
then yeah, man.
Bringing our people together, man. You know what I
So,
mean? And
so,
this is what we trying to do. I think I can cue you up real fast, man, and then we're gonna take a quick break. Give me 1 second. All right, not good. All right, let's go to a commercial break, man, and I'll get it going.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
Nakupenda malaika.
I saw a couple shapes that I can look at, another Ken's.
Don't get slapped.
No, lady, appreciate a nice behind.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime.
Hey, and there was a couple of nice ones in there, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, dog, another round of applause, dog. The voice is beautiful, dude.
Amazing.
I
You can
love
hear the different melodies. Like
man.
at one point, I caught like a African reggae melody, and
Man,
I was like, okay,
dude,
all right.
you're dope, man.
Yeah, man.
You're dope,
It's just appreciation for music, and I always joke around and say I'm an explosive cocktail because like of my openness to receive music from all over the globe.
Yeah,
my influences are from everywhere, and that's why like you can hear different things in my music because I have absorbed so much music globally.
right.
You know,
Where was the video shot at?
Gilbert, Arizona.
Really?
We shot that video. It was a low budget video,
but it looks good, man.
Shout out to my boy Josh Barnes.
He did a good job, man.
Josh Barnes, he's on another level right now, but that
was one of his
our first music video together.
Hey, you could tell the direction and everything was headed. And dog, and the way everything he did it, man, you know, the way he shot it and everything, I thought it was in Africa. So you know what I'm saying? Just the way the feeling of everything and how he had everything feeling and flowing.
Gilbert, Arizona.
Dude, man.
Yeah, shout out to Josh. He's my brother.
He did a good job.
He does my photography and my video work.
Hey
and
man.
and he's grown. He's invested. His business has grown. He's
Hmm.
invested a lot of money into his business. Highlight him for anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Dope, man. I love it, man. Tell now, I wanted to we're gonna go ahead and go into a bar and the news and everything for the week. But before we do, real fast, tell people how to get your music and where to follow you and everything.
oh, okay. Yeah, they can go on my website,
Hmm.
www.moabikotu.com, Moabi
Hmm.
Kotu.com, and Instagram, I'm Moabi King underscore Amapiano USA. That's my Instagram, and
Hmm.
Moabi Kotu on Facebook, Moabi Kotu on Spotify, and yeah, I'm on all those platforms,
Yeah,
and yeah, they can holler at me and check out my music,
man.
my YouTube channel, and yeah.
Definitely, man. Hit him up, follow him, check him out. The man is fucking amazing. I love the music, man. He plays the guitar. He does it all. This dude is. I like it, dude.
Right,
And when I if anything pop up for like shows, anything like that, I got you, my dude, because
most definitely.
you you're dope, dog.
Thank you,
And it's
appreciate it.
it's certain people you listen to and you like, yeah,
They got it.
you're it. And you we want to make sure to get you like you can play. What I like about it is that you could play anywhere.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we can get you in like these nice establishments and some of these events and festivals, you know, where
Yep.
it's going to be some of these higher end people that's going to be in,
Mo,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it's not vulgar. This is real good music. You know what I mean? To people can get up and dance to
Hmm.
and move to. And I love how you doing it things. And it's not. This is music. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make
Family
sure,
music
man.
that's not vulgar.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. And like I said, dude, anytime anybody asks me, anyone you know, the musician, that you'll be one of the first names I will be giving up my dude because
Nice.
I love it,
Appreciate
man.
that. Appreciate that,
I
man.
love it. Stick around, man, and we'll be talking about a little politics and shit as we go on for Bar News Weekly. First, I wanted to talk about the House passed a bill to federally decriminalize marijuana. I think I had a picture of the House, the courthouse in Washington. You see it? The vote was 220 to 204. Republican Tom McClintock of California, Brian Mass, and Mike Gates, both of Florida, joined a majority of Democrats in supporting the bill, while Democrats Henry Curley of Texas and Chris Pappas of New Hampshire voted against the bill. Sponsored by Democrat Representative Jerry Nadler of New York, it will prevent federal agencies from denying federal workers security clearance for cannabis use and will allow the Veterans Administration to recommend medical marijuana to veterans living with post traumatic stress disorder, plus gains revenue by authorizing a sales tax on marijuana sales. The bill also expunges the record of people convicted of nonviolent cannabis offenses, which House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said can haunt people of color and impact the trajectory of their lives and career indefinitely. It can result in difficult finding employment, difficulty finding housing, denial of access to federal benefits, denial of financial aid at colleges and universities, and denial of the right to vote. It definitely does. That's why we're dealing with this. And it's been bullshit for at least 60, 70 years, and they've been going real hard with it over the last 40 years, just arresting everybody with everything with this bullshit. So it's good, man. We can get this shit off the books, man, because the small Republican states they're not gonna pass it. What?
You turned it off. When you turned it on just now, I could see it.
You don't. Yeah, he don't know what he's doing. Just
It,
keep it on us, bro. It's all good.
it good.
You should have turned on picture in picture, right?
It, yeah, he just he hit the button and turned it off, and then I'm like, turn it back on, Jimmy.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Sorry for my voice, but
you failing. It's all good. The 26-year-old.
okay.
Good.
You done made me lose my spot, man. But anyway, man. Anyway, this is a good deal, and I hope,
Decriminalizing weed
yeah, I
federally.
hope that it goes through. It still has to go through the Senate, I believe, because it passes the House. Now we're just waiting on Senate. Um, so they do have a bill similar right now, and the Senate Democrats do have a similar bill in the upper chamber, and hopefully that it'll go through here soon. So that's the mission, is to hopefully get that fucking passed, because I'm sick of seeing people going to jail for non-violent crimes like this, and we need to be focusing on violent offenders. You know what I mean? And stop fucking with people who just smoking a joint. It's so dumb. But anyway, we got Madison Cawthorn. He should be the dude.
In the wheelchair.
Yeah. He has Republicans frustrated over his unsubstantiated sex and drug claims. Republicans on Capitol Hill appeared frustrated with the week-long controversy sparked by Representative Madison Cawthorn, who made unsubstantiated claims to in recent interviews that some of his colleagues invited him to sex parties and used cocaine. The 26-year-old freshman Republican lawmaker from North Carolina was asked by a podcast host if this experience in Washington compared with the dark drama depicted in Netflix House of Cards, the story of an ambitious lawmaker, murderous and cutthroat climb to the presidency. I think we got a video on this. Let's go ahead and run that video for people can see what's said on the video by
About to get
Cards.
serious. Yes, I am.
With Kevin Spacey, and I forget who else was in it. But anyway,
Really well done show.
very
Really
well done
very
show.
well done show.
But it was so dirty, and it was about this congressman who was Kevin Spacey, who was, I think it was minority or majority whip.
Yep.
What was it? Yeah. And so anyway, very, very powerful guy. And it was just kind of like his secret life of all this corruption and power and money and perversion, and it was just dirty. How much, in your opinion, because you've been behind the veil, is this a fictitious show, or is this more closer to like a documentary? Is it that bad?
So I heard a former president that we had in the 90s was asked the question about this. And he gave an answer that I thought was so true. And he said, the only thing that's not accurate in that show is that you could never get a piece of legislation about education passed that quickly.
And everything else is good?
Aside from that, I mean, the sexual perversion that goes on in Washington, I mean, being kind of a young guy in Washington, the average age is probably 60 or 70. And I look at all these people, a lot of them that I've looked up to through my life. I've always paid attention to politics, guys that, then all of a sudden you get invited to, like, well, hey, we're going to have kind of a sexual get-together at one of our homes. You should come. And I'm like, what did you just ask me to come to? Yeah. And then you realize they're asking you to come to an orgy. Yeah. Or the fact that, there's some of the people that are leading on the movement to try and remove, addiction in our country. And then you watch them do, a key bump of cocaine right in front of you. And it's like, wow, this is wild.
You know what? I'm laughing at that because these are the so-called Republicans. They're supposed to be the family values party. They always talking about the Democrats as the hippies and the crackheads, and we the one that want the bills passed for marijuana, and and they in there doing lines and going to orgies.
Oh, Jesus.
Having the time of their life.
You know what? I believe them. You know what I'm saying? I don't never really say that much often because I usually just want proof before I say anything like that. But I believe it. I believe it because I want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause these dudes, I know they're hypocrites. Every one of them that's ever been 100% against gay and gay policies and gay people,
It's gay.
they get found in the bathroom stall. It comes out later that they're in the bathroom stall with another man. How many Republicans have been caught in that situation? Several. And they were putting out bills, passing all type laws to keep gay people out of everything. Comes out later, they're gay themselves. Mike Pence, he's 100% fully. He thinks they can they can take it out of you, right? The religion can make the gay go away. Some shit they be saying. Like
They can reform you
yeah,
through
they
religion.
can reform gayness and remove gayness from you. These people have lost their mind. But whatever. I just I think it's funny, and they are really pissed at this dude, and I think it's hilarious, and I've been laughing at him all week, and I want to hear more. Let's see what else they do for real. But also, we have Los Angeles agrees to spend $3 billion to house homeless residents. Um, the money would pay for up to 16,000 beds over the next 5 years, while more than 41,000 people currently live on the streets. The
So
city
they're only going to
has,
barely get a third of the beds over the next 5 years.
man, yeah, it's at least it's a help something. They agreed to create enough shelter to accommodate 60% of the homeless people in each of the 15 council districts. I don't know why it's not 100%. That's a good question. Those who are considered chronically homeless or who have a chronic illness will remain in the county's responsibility. That's the biggest problem, man. It's that we have people who have chronic illness, and we don't house them or help them anymore. We just kick them on the streets or put them
When
in
they
jail.
turn 18, they're done. They're on their own.
How do you do this? We have people with mental illness, and we don't have a place to keep people. I know the reason why we stopped doing
Mental
mental
institute
illness institutions because
of how the patients were being treated.
patients were being treated like shit. But this was before the camera age. This was before the internet age. This was for the age that we can keep an eye on people, and you can
Security
do
cameras
you
are in
have
each rooms or
right,
in
and you
the
can also watch your parents on your own laptop if you want to, and with the
right.
camera, and you could watch them. There's so many different things, security things that can be done now. So I think it's about time that we start putting in some new we can't call them institutions. We have to come up with a better name. Me myself, I've always thought that they should do the communities like they do the retirement community.
Yep.
They
The
should have
55 and older
yeah,
retirement
they should
communities,
have
they should have
communities like
mental
this for
communities.
mental people with
Right.
with mental issues. And they have a nurse that stays on premises, and she walks around and helps people. And these are the things that I think should happen instead of us just throwing them in jail when they make a mistake. We're doing them a disservice, and we're doing us a disservice, because always in the end, we always see the people who get hurt the most are the most vulnerable, and these people are usually the most vulnerable people out here. And I'm happy that they're trying to do something, man, because Skid Row is horrible, and this is a bad place, man. And
Definitely.
hopefully we do something to
To
because
follow
because we're
behind because
getting
we're
worse.
gonna be next.
It's
Gonna be
getting
the next Skid
bad,
Row.
man. Just driving around the city is getting so bad, man. Seeing so many people outside with carts and sleeping on the ground, and it's so sad, man. And we got to change this shit, man. It's too expensive to live here. We don't have affordable housing.
There's no
it's
rent
just
cap.
then you got jobs that don't want to pay you anything, and it's just, man, it's all bad. But anyway, you have any story you want to get to real fast?
I do have a news story for this week. We're going to be discussing Governor Doug Ducey.
I can't wait till we deuce out Deucey for real. We got to drop a deuce.
Deuce to Ducey.
Dog,
Deuce to Ducey.
man,
That's
I'm
going to be the
so
next
sick of
hashtag.
him, dog.
Deuce to Ducey. But this
Fuck.
week,
Vote.
Ducey signed off on the 15-week abortion ban. Basically saying women can't get an abortion past 15 weeks.
Well, okay, so when is it that you really know that you're pregnant?
After 6 weeks. Most women find out they're pregnant after 6 weeks.
Okay.
Which the baby will already then have a heartbeat.
Most women find out after 6 weeks.
Most
15 weeks, what is that?
15 weeks is the beginning of your second
So you're
trimester.
like 3 months?
So you're going into 4 months pregnant.
Okay. you should start knowing that you're fucking pregnant if you haven't taken the test.
Right.
So I mean, this shouldn't be a big deal, but
But
because it's already been pretty much in place for Arizona, all these strict stipulations for
that's what I
this.
was just about to say. All the stipulations that are behind abortions, you have to go to 2 consecutive doctor's appointments and
Right,
have a
right.
mental
We know they,
evaluation.
we
You
know
gotta
how,
have
you know all
all
the
type
bullshit
shit.
they do, but they just trying to make it as hard as possible. We all know
Exactly.
they want everybody to have all the kids.
Ducey says physicians who perform an abortion in in violation of the statute and in a non-medical emergency
Right.
are subject to be charged with a class
Oh, okay.
6
So they doing
felony,
that Texas shit.
and if convicted, will have their license suspended or revoked. He also says that women who receive an abortion
Right.
after 15 weeks
Mhm.
may not be prosecuted.
Wow.
According to Dr. Taylor, abortion bans harm all pregnant people. She
Mhm.
says what it does is creates this hostile environment where you have people who are pregnant and people who are afraid to be criminalized,
And
people who
women
miscarry.
dumping babies in dumpsters and
Yep. And with pregnancies growing outside of the uterus, such as ectopic pregnancies, where the baby doesn't land in the uterus, it's in one of the fallopian
Right.
tubes and
they
things
never
like that.
consider things like that.
Exactly.
They never consider things. They think everything is God, and
Right.
God did everything perfect, and nothing ever fucks up. Nothing ever
Yeah.
goes
So all of
wrong.
those things are tied up as restrictions
Right.
to this bill.
But hey man, whatever, dude. I don't know, man. I just wish we could focus on the real problems like homelessness. Like he ain't passed no homeless, nothing.
Nothing.
People are out here homeless. We need some rent. We need help with rent out here. Rent is just getting
And he will not do a
astronomically too much
single
out here.
thing
And what is we focused on? Women.
in their body.
That's who we're focused. We got people sleeping outside, bro. And you're
And you
trying
wanna
to make
focus on
women
how
decisions. Something that's already been decided since the 70s. It's been decided since the 70s. This is
they
why
want
do
to
y'all
overturn
keep
it.
why do y'all keep fighting? Just can we focus on real problems?
Right.
Women been doing this forever. Why are we gonna try to stop it? Let's just keep doing. Did you see how many people we got homeless? Like, and then like the shit we just went through yesterday. To bring personal things, what we just went through, what we just saw with our own eyes yesterday, and what we had to go through as a family because of all the fucking guns out here, and
Yep.
these motherfuckers won't make sure that people with mental illness can't get their fucking hands on guns. Then it's an excuse. Oh, they're mentally ill. Why the fuck we let them get guns? We do nothing. We do nothing. And then, oh, he's ill. He was abused. These things is not fair, man. If all these things are happening, why the hell do we make sure that these people get able?
Still have access to guns.
How do they have access to guns? That should be they shouldn't be able to get shit. But the streets are flooded with guns. Guns are everywhere. Everybody got everything, so anybody can get them anywhere. But we focusing on abortion. I'd really be embarrassed to be
in Arizona.
in Arizona sometimes, man. But the bullshit because we got to get this fucker out of here, man. We got to fucking vote, man.
Hashtag deuce to deucey.
Man, please, dude. There's never been a Democratic governor in Arizona probably
20 years.
Probably more than that. Probably since I don't even know for sure because I know it's gonna be since they were Dixie Democrats and they were the Republican Party pretty much. So it hasn't been because at one time the Republican Party was the Democratic Party. You know what I mean? The ideology switched.
Right.
So when I think most of them were Democrats at one time. The Barry Goldwaters and
I think he was probably like the last one.
Right. So I think with Reagan, it's all these things start to switch.
Right.
But whatever, man. We need to get a Democratic governor and get this focus on real problems, man. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go to the last story here. It's a local story. It's about a Aryan, a dude from the Aryan Brotherhood who shot a Pinal County deputy. The sheriff officer says 39-year-old Jason Forrester is the suspect who shot a deputy in Dudleyville early in the week. Laureen Reimer, a spokesperson for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, said the Forrester has an extensive criminal history and proclaimed himself to be a member of the filial group of the Aryan Brotherhood. Racist bastards, white supremacists. You know, just bullshit, man. He
I saw that story,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not think it was here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was with he's one of the oldest. The Aryans are they're a prison gang, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's a prison gang. The prisons are very fucking racist, and that's how they're broke down. But Wednesday night, 7 p.m., an unidentified deputy responded to a trespassing call when he spotted Forrester, who had a warrant for his arrest for dangerous drug possession. Forrester shot the deputy at some point and he fired back and hit Forrester. Medics took the deputy and Forrester to a nearby hospital on Thursday. Sheriff Mark Lamb said a social media video that the deputy was out of surgery and alert and in good spirits. So it's good to hear, man. You know, I hate to hear anybody getting shot, you know, trying to do their job. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are against the police, but you know what I'm saying? You have to have them. You got people out here shooting up police officers. You know, it's tough out here, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude could have put somebody else's life in danger easily. So, you know, they put their lives on the line trying to stop some of this craziness, man. But and so many guns, they outgunned. And we was talking to them too. They're outgunned. So it's tough, man. You got anything for Hollywood?
I do. This week, I have 2 stories for Hollywood. The first we'll be talking about Will Smith. So this year, the Oscars, they featured, you know, people were shocked, they sighed and gasped, and there was lots of surprises that went on during the Oscars this year. But the only story that anyone has been talking about has been the Will Smith and Chris Rock altercation that was sparked by a joke Chris Rock told. If you want to go ahead and roll that video, Jimmy.
Denzel, Macbeth, loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it, it's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. Denzel, Macbeth, loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it, it's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying. They make you, when you watch one, you feel smart. Like you watched them, like, you know, like you read a book or something. But all you really did was get high and watch Netflix. So here we go.
Right. So, right. He definitely deserves that this week.
Yeah, man. Will is whack. You whack ass people who've been taking up for him is whack too. I don't care, man.
Yeah, he did not.
Shit's whack.
I kind of agree with Chris Rock. It was just a G.I. Jane joke.
Fuck.
And if Jada is that sensitive to where she can't take a joke,
I just can't believe all the people who were like,
then she
yeah,
needs to wear a
yeah,
wig.
yeah, you,
But
yeah,
considering the fact that Jada has always had a Dixie style haircut,
the fuck out of here, man.
how are you gonna get
They
mad that
made fun of
some
LeBron
right
James in the same show.
for his hairline?
Right. Ain't nobody said nothing about this man. Try to take up for this man hairline. Male part of bro, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we suffer too. Like, we can just get heated up.
Like men wear toupees all
Yeah,
the
and they
time.
get bumped. You know what I'm saying? Pull up to the scene with your silly missing. Pull up to the scene with your shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get
Right.
heated up. You know, we don't get, you know, why are we supposed to give them a pass in the bald headed thing? I was telling Jimmy this week, you know, I used to listen to a song of Willie B called Bald Head Hoes. Like, that song would not even fly these days. That was the whole song. I see
Right.
some bald head. The whole song, that's all he said. People would lose their mind nowadays. You know, we so sensitive. What the fuck is
Too
going
sensitive.
on, man? Man, that shit's whack, dude. I just can't believe that people were really like, yeah, he deserved that.
Mhm.
The people that brought you Def Comedy Jam said you
Are
deserve.
outraged.
Man, dog, I have heard some making fun of special people, AIDS, cancer. I've seen people make fun of the worst shit ever. And this is where we go cut the line at.
Right.
Please, my people, please. Quit it. But
Yeah.
he's gonna pay the
So
price for it. So
as a result
right, exactly.
of the altercation, Will Smith has resigned from the Oscar Academy.
And there's gonna be more shit to come.
Even though Will Smith won an Oscar just minutes after the altercation happened.
Everybody knows that. But it don't matter. Like I said, I mean, and I I'm done with this story. I don't even want to talk about it no more. But I'm you know, I shit's at the end of the week, so we get to, you know, end of it. But I've been over it probably since like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
But yeah, man,
But yeah.
it's too much, and I wish it didn't happen for both people. I don't understand. Don't understand. People try to bring up that he's been messing with her since the '90s. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He's a fucking comedian.
And that's what his job is to do.
He's a comedian. He makes fun of people. He's famous. When you're famous,
You get made fun of.
you get made. Don't be famous. Go home.
Sit down.
Go. I have not seen a famous person that did not get made fun of. All of them
Have gotten made fun of.
memes, everything. That's all people do is make fun of them. But I just can't believe that the people who make fun of them are online like, oh my God, why did he say that? Y'all sit here and make memes and make fun of these people all day. And now you're upset. Dude, the internet kills me. I don't have no patience for none of it.
I know I ain't got the best voice right now.
Nobody wants to hear from you, bro.
At all.
Real quick. But everybody used to make fun of Michael Jackson.
Man, dude, they make fun of every fucking body.
Everybody.
Look at Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson.
Bill Cosby, it don't do what they was calling him, Bill Cosby. I mean, dog, I mean, there's no, come on, man. We don't care. The internet don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't
At all.
understand why people are acting a fool, man. Please stop it.
Yeah. But moving on, we have one more story that we'd like to get into prior to going into the final exam and comic corner. Bruce Willis announced that he was stepping away from the world of acting as he deals with his recent diagnosis of aphasia. And for those that don't know, aphasia is
The muscle.
no, it is it's a condition that affects your communication skills. Someone who has this diagnosis may have trouble finding the correct words, or they may substitute the wrong words for another word, or speak in short sentences that are difficult or impossible to understand.
Hey, I just want to say that Phyllis, you know, is a big star. We all grew up on him watching his movies. Sad to hear this. It's sad news.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a great actor.
And
But hope he can take some rest and get some time for himself and
Definitely.
do his thing.
Not only does it affect his ability to be able to communicate, it affects his ability to understand language.
But it's the same difference, right?
So
You
there
can't
are.
communicate. He can't understand
Well, you can
communication.
understand. You might be able to understand the language and the communication, but you may not be able to properly communicate back. There are different levels to
Yeah,
each
I
diagnosis.
guess.
Um,
That sucks, man. I hate to hear that, man.
but it says that aphasia is usually, according to the Mayo Clinic, it affects the left side of the brain,
Okay.
which controls language. While its presentations can vary, aphasia is usually a symptom of a broader medical issue.
Mhm.
It may result from a stroke, a head injury, a tumor, or it may just develop due to a degenerative brain condition. So there are a number of different ways as to how the condition may have present itself, but there are potential therapies that he could undergo, such as language and speech rehabilitation, which are focused on restoring as much language as possible, or finding other ways to communicate in order to replace lost language. So they're going to try a different combination of therapies to kind of assist him with his loss of language and things
Yeah.
like that. So
That hopefully get it out for him, man. Like I said, it's sad. I hope that's for him. We will miss him. Like, but hey, that's to get the stuff together and
definitely, health
definitely
comes first.
life and health comes first. Is that all you have? I really appreciate it, mama. Want to come on? Let's go on more commercial, man. We're gonna come back with the comic book corner game. Sport. Get off.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment. A race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
Welcome back. All right, gonna do the last little quarter of the show. You know what I'm saying? Do the last little steps. We got the comic book corner real fast. I just wanted to talk about Moon Knight and review that a little. The latest is his show. I thought it was it's a little crazy. It's really funny, and I thought it was pretty entertaining. The dude's voice is a little like Venom, like one of my homies was saying, but I think it's still, you know what I'm saying, got his own little vibe how it's going, and I like how dude just it didn't really show any action. It just showed how dude waking up and not know what the fuck's going
Right.
on. I do like that. But
The
I
time
overall,
jumps.
yeah, it didn't show much action at all. It just pretty much showed people out and him waking up like,
He done fucked everybody
right,
up.
and he has no idea what's going on. But I thought episode was really good. Episode 1 was really good, man, and I hope to catch more. And I think that where they're going with this is pretty dope. And so far after the first episode, it's already better than a lot of the shows that they've done. And this being from the dude who did the Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan, which was really horrible. So I think he's redeeming himself a little bit. So
He had to come back and redeem himself after that.
hey man, that shit was trash. So yeah, I really like it, and I think that people should check it out, man. They're doing a good job with that. And I also want to talk about Winning Time this week too, man. Winning Time is on HBO Max. Catch that shit out, man. Winning Time is magnificent. Like I said, man, it's really good. Um, Magic, the guys who playing the Magic, and the guy who's playing Jerry Buss, dude from Wreck-It Ralph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really doing a good job, man. He's always good. And check that out if you haven't. You know what I mean? And that's the comic book corner. And quickly, and what we got? Sports. Suns lost to Memphis without like 2-3 of their best players. It's not a great sign. Uh, and then we had our whole team. So Memphis is tough, man. If we see them in the playoffs, it's gonna be a motherfucking battle. It's gonna be a battle. That they're good, dude. The Lakers are trash again. Yay! Celebration. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers are trash. LeBron came back, didn't work, didn't help. AD. That's how we feel about AD. That's how we feel about free clothes. Suns. Suns and four. Is that to say it, dog? Yep. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and go over to you for the game. Good luck, Moabi. You probably gonna fail every one of these.
He just gonna let you know straight up. So,
are you dead?
Each week, we like to do a final exam. Each of our guests are participants in a game at the end of the show.
Okay.
There are a series of 5 questions. If you get 3 out of 5 questions correct, we'll donate to your charity of choice.
Okay.
Right? Are you ready?
Okay.
Question 1. One of the most successful Phoenix-based rappers, blank, just 22 years old, has already made his Netflix debut.
I don't know who that is. I need to be educated, man.
What was the question? One more time.
One of the most successful Phoenix-based rappers, blank, just 22 years old, has already made his Netflix debut.
Shit, I can't even think of it on myself.
Does it start with a little something?
It's probably a good guess in today's hip hop.
Right, but no, it does not.
No, I don't know. Why don't I know? I don't know.
That would be Ali Dominique. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the last name correctly.
Okay.
But he's already made his debut on Netflix.
That's dope.
Question 2. Blank's style is heavily based on punchlines and is known for his double entendres on both the battle stage and on records.
Hey, yeah. The questions are high level.
Every answer will be a Phoenix or Arizona based artist.
Is it Rocky?
No.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Charlie Clips.
You gonna get yourself the one.
Whatever, man.
Because you should have known. You should know a lot of these. But that would be Rum Nitty.
Damn, I almost guessed him though. Damn it. I did almost guess him, man. It was on the tip of my fucking tongue. Dang. Nah, man. I smoked a couple blunts.
Okay, whatever. Next question. Blank first came onto the scene in the early 1990s. His style is a complete throwback to the 90s era hip hop with a smooth flow and emphasis on lyrics.
You should know this, Moabi. What's going on? Aren't you from Phoenix? Man, I've been here 20 years. I still don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Nobody has a guess? You said it early. It was Rocky Tirade.
Oh, damn it.
Hero no 5. Man, this is a shame.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, man.
All
I
right.
shouldn't be flunking Phoenix hip hop at all.
No, you should not.
Nah, I shouldn't.
This Phoenix native made history, becoming the first rapper to release a new song every day
I know
for an
this.
entire year, living
this
up
one.
to his name.
You know it.
Oh my God. I see a comment. One of the ladies says, I don't know nothing about Phoenix artists either.
All right, well,
Oh,
we'll give you the womp womp. The answer is Delhi every day.
Daily every day.
Delhi every day.
Yeah, who's supposed to be getting on the show? I asked him. But we'll see what he says.
All right.
Supposed to be getting back with me.
Last question.
Let's put him on the spot.
In 2009, he collaborated with Camcon and was featured on a hip hop
I know this.
alternate soundtrack to Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I know he don't know, so I'm gonna tell you it's Mega Ran. I got a couple right, man. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have failed a couple of those, but yeah.
You shouldn't
I
have.
should have been. You guys should have prepared me that I was gonna be into a quiz, and I
You was
would have
gonna fail
done
That's
anyway.
the fun part.
research.
I throw the final exam in at the end just as a
Oh, man.
bing. Here you go. Put you under pressure.
Right. Under pressure. Well, that's it, man. That was dope. We appreciate you coming through, my brother. It's a good show. Thank you, Iesha, Jimmy, Moabi. Pick his music up. Moabi Kotu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And we got his CD here, based on African true stories. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. Dude is dope, man. A dope musician, man. And I love what you're doing, my brother. And we will catch you guys next week.
Next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you
Holla,
so much.
holla.